What do I do with my teen when I lose control of the situation and many times myself? I love this child, I just don't know where to turn. Well, for every parent who faces this, I want you to know you're not alone. In most cases, to turn the situation around, something needs to occur. Sorenson's Ranch School is a second-generation, family-owned school with over 30 years' experience helping troubled teens. We have a fully functional ranch with over 400 acres of wilderness and a school facility of 13 classrooms. We have a wide range of livestock, including 25 horses. Our facilities also include vocational studios, welding shops, auto shops, a full gym, and a 4-H horse riding program. We were one of the first programs to combine therapy, experiential learning, academics, and behavioral modification to help troubled teens. Sorenson's Ranch School was one of the first residential treatment centers accredited with the Joint Commission on Accreditation of Healthcare Organizations. The clinical department at Sorenson's uniquely includes both mental health therapists and specially trained substance abuse counselors. Mental health, as well as substance abuse issues, are addressed in group and individual settings as a part of the overall treatment plan. This well-rounded approach to assessment and intervention provides our students with leading-edge services.
An important part of the admissions process of what I do is screening students and matching them up with our program. Sorenson's Ranch can't help every student. We can't take criminal, hardcore type students. Kids with severe mental illness issues, predatory type students, sexual predatory students. What we deal with are students that are off track, that are on the wrong path, that at heart are good kids. And I just think that describes most of the students in America. They're good kids in a difficult society that are struggling to make it.
We do not have quarters or semesters, and students may enroll at any time. Our program consists of a strong behavioral component coupled with a multidisciplinary element and using multiple therapeutic approaches considering the needs of your child. At Sorenson's Ranch School, we use a strict point and level system. This allows your child to move toward reintegration into home, school, and community.
As teachers at Sorenson's Ranch, we understand the concern that many parents have with their children's academic success. Our students are given the opportunity to learn, probably most importantly because of our low student-teacher ratio. As a teacher, it gives me time to engage the student and to figure out what areas in their academic background the student is weak in. And I can enhance those areas, and with my expertise and their willingness, together we sometimes do extraordinary things, and we help our students position themselves to be successful with their future academic endeavors.
My name's Tina Summers, and I teach special education and 7th and 8th grade children here at the ranch. Every child in my classroom is on a different level, working at their own pace and where they feel comfortable working, and so I believe that we can give them more one-on-one attention. If I know a child is having an issue in therapy, which the therapist lets me know, if a child's having an issue, then I can deal with their academics maybe from a different point of view, knowing what troubles they're going through or what problems they're having. And so you don't get that in a regular high school. You just don't. So we can even more individualize programs because of therapy also.
I've worked at other residential facilities prior to Sorenson's Ranch. The thing I really like about working here is that we're pretty isolated away from larger cities. The students can come here and get away from some distractions they've had in their lives. Kids are really caught up in video games and cell phones and a pretty fast-paced lifestyle nowadays. And so they can come here and they don't have any of those distractions and be able to focus on some of their issues and problems, family problems that they might have. In doing that, we can help these kids hopefully be more successful with themselves and their families and any future goals they might have.
One of the questions that a lot of parents ask is, how will my student acclimate to such a rural setting? My student comes from an urban setting. This will be so foreign to them. And my response to that is, how neat, how exciting. It is. It's going to be culture shock when they come through the gate of Sorenson's Ranch School. It's unlike anything they've ever experienced. When you take a privileged child and put them in a natural setting like this, where there are natural consequences to their actions, it gets their attention. And that's what we're here to do. We are able to take advantage of our environment, of the elements around us, and give these students natural consequences to their actions. What a powerful tool that we have that we're able to take advantage of.
A lot healthier, and I just graduated, and now I can go to college, and it's been really good. So
I was expecting him to have a lot of anger towards me for sending him here and his dad, and but our first phone call, he was basically thanking us for sending him here.
Prior to Sorenson Ranch, we had our son in several programs in our hometown. They were residential treatment programs. They were situations where he would just go to counseling a few days a week. They weren't very successful for him at all. What I would tell anybody that has a child that's getting into trouble is Sorenson's Ranch is a very healthy, wholesome place for the kids. They're very well structured here. There's an academic program. There's outdoor recreational activities. There's horse, cattle. There's just so many things that they get involved with that I think they forget the things that they were doing back in their hometown where they came from. I think they're active enough here and they're controlled enough here in this environment that it's a great program for the kids. This is great for them. This is great for them. Get them off the city streets and get them out into the wildlife, into the outdoors. I like this place, I really do.
We were on watch 24 hours a day. We got to a point where neither of us could sleep. You had to take turns watching Justin because he would take off. And I started calling around trying to figure out where to put him. And I talked to one of the staff members here, and he was so helpful. I know I must have sounded just frantic, and he said, "Let me handle things for you. This is a good place for you, and I'll help you get your son here." And he did. He did everything to bring, and it was a good decision. A big weight was lifted because we've had him in different counseling formats, residential, non-residential, outside treatment. Nothing was working, so we didn't know what else to do. I think he's realized that hard work and rules and following the rules actually does pay off, that there's a benefit for that. And he's grown so much. He's the kid that we had a few years ago. You know, he's back and he's just very mature, and I'm seeing great improvement in him.
If you are interested in learning more about Sorenson's Ranch School, please contact us for answers to your individual questions. Together, we will assess the needs of your child to determine his or her appropriateness for our program and recommend treatment options.